All right, it's 7:36 right now. The fate of congestion pricing could lie in the hands of the Trump administration. Governor Phil Murphy is the latest in a line of politicians from our area to urge President Trump to repeal the tolls. Now, we recently spoke to Congressman Mike Lawler, who met with Mr. Trump prior to his taking office.
We spoke to President Trump. He agrees with us that this is a scam, that it's bad for New York, bad for the country. I believe President Trump has the right to revoke the approvals through the Federal Highway Administration. Okay. With that said, we are also looking legislatively at what we can do to ban congestion pricing nationwide. This is, again, a scam. It is not about reducing congestion. It is not about the environment. It is everything to do with raising funds.
Yeah, I spoke to Lawler about that at length on Picks on Politics. A delegation of Republicans from New York and New Jersey vowing to end congestion pricing, and now New Jersey's Democratic governor has joined the ranks. Supporters of the new toll says it'll raise $15 billion, which benefits more commuters. So we're joined by one of those advocates, Danny Pearlstein with the Riders Alliance. So Danny, great to see you again.
Thanks so much for having me. Great to be here.
So we hear a lot of opposition in the last couple of weeks, a lot of vocal opponents right now. Governor Phil Murphy sending this letter to President Donald Trump, which says that New Jersey residents are being unfairly burdened by the new toll and not reaping any benefits for their own transit systems over in New Jersey, right? So what is your response to letters like that from Governor Murphy to the president?
Congestion pricing is working. It's working well. It's getting people to work earlier and on time. It's getting people home quickly. It's working especially well for folks from New Jersey, whether they're driving in or taking the bus. It's getting people to school on time, and it will create tens of thousands of good infrastructure jobs, fixing and upgrading the transit network that millions of people depend on.
That's not what he was saying. That's not what he was saying in his letter. He was saying that it's unfairly targeting New Jersey people who, and he's happy and he's for congestion pricing if it benefits the transit system in New Jersey as well.
The governor is frankly out of touch. He must be up in the air in a helicopter where congestion pricing isn't working, because on the ground people are having record travel times at the Holland Tunnel, at the Lincoln Tunnel. The overwhelming majority of New Jerseyans who are on transit already are experiencing better service. And in fact, the governor himself passed up a historic settlement offer from New York that would have improved New Jersey's trains as well. He wanted to take the low road. He said no.
Yeah, well, New Jersey residents, though, they're like, this isn't helping us at all. So it's still costing us an arm and a leg just to get into the city. And again, I mean, they're not getting cheaper fares on any trains coming into the city.
New Jersey residents are saving time, and there's no way to get that back. There's no returning time to people's lives, time at work, time at home with family, and the time savings is hitting record levels. Congestion pricing is proving that when we do big things can work for everybody.
Yeah, and I hear what you're saying, right? And that's why we wanted to get both sides of this, because we had Mike Lawler on, the congressman, who continuously calls this a money grab, right? Says he's convinced that any sane person who wants the tolls eliminated. He says that it seems the number of local leaders coming out against the plan is now growing, and that it's bipartisan. There's this bipartisan support from both sides of the aisle here. So I guess going into this, right, did you anticipate that there would be this bipartisan push to end it?
You know, congestion pricing has always raised people's hackles because they don't believe that we can accomplish important goals like cutting traffic, right? Elon Musk called it the ultimate boss battle, but we've achieved it. Traffic is down, right? They didn't think we could improve air quality, but in fact, there's less truck idling at the tunnel portals today because of congestion pricing. And they didn't believe we could fix our public infrastructure that millions of people depend on every single day. But the MTA is improving its processes, it's raising money, and we will have the modern, reliable, accessible transit system that New Yorkers need and, frankly, that we deserve.
Yeah, well, now we have a new administration in Washington. President Trump, not a fan of congestion pricing. So are you bracing then for another legal battle to keep it?
Well, congestion pricing has been involved in legal battles before, right? We've seen it approved in 3 federal courts. We've seen it held up in state court here in New York. And so, you know, we know it's been thoroughly and fully vetted. And of course, it's reducing traffic, right? Not only do we have the projections, we actually have the results. We have the receipts. We know that congestion pricing is making the entire region more functional. It's getting more people to work on time. It's making easier for working drivers to do their job. And of course, it's going to create close to 100,000 infrastructure jobs, fixing a public transit network that is in some places approaching 2 centuries old.
So we're in the 3rd week, right? We're in the 3rd week of congestion pricing here, and I guess people are looking at the numbers and seeing what do they actually tell in terms of a story. We had those preliminary numbers from the governor but now we're 3 weeks in, and again, it's early, right? So people may be ditching their cars for now and then say, well, maybe we'll just come on back. So what are you seeing in terms of numbers 3 weeks in?
So what we're seeing is that by just a small number of drivers deciding to cancel or combine car trips to the central business district, they're cutting traffic all across the region and, of course, in Manhattan.
But are you seeing that impact on the mass transit system? Sorry to interrupt you. Are you seeing that because people are ditching their cars, that you are seeing an influx of mass transit riders?
There's a modest increment, but, especially due to work from home, there's plenty of excess capacity on those transit vehicles. We're seeing it on express buses in Queens. We're seeing it in Brooklyn and Staten Island. But there's plenty of excess capacity, and actually we're going to see additional bus service coming online this spring and this summer.